Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And today we've got a tier list, but not a normal tier list, not a unit tier list. We have a weapon tier list, but with a difference. It's not on the power of the weapon, which one's S tier, which one's fallen below. I haven't been around CB after my break for long enough yet to gauge that. But I think I can gauge which are the most annoying classes. So we're going to rank them from most annoying to least annoying. So, yeah, this is my opinion. Like all the lists, you will probably have a very different opinion. Take it with a pinch of salt. It's for a bit of fun. So let's see what I think is the most annoying. And here we go. We have our weapons lined up. We're going to start from this side. We're going to start from Pike and work our way back. And obviously, this is on the most annoying. So keep that in mind. It's not about how powerful they are. It's just irritating. So starting off with Pike, obviously they've got their little backflip out of the fight. There's a big difference between a good Pike and a great Pike in terms of how annoying they can be. But it wouldn't be my top of the list. But then we do have the fact that when they get on a horse, they can dismount you, multiple times very easily. That's pretty good and can get very irritating when you're trying to get away and you hear the and it just flicks you off your horse. So I'm not going to go for S, but I'm going to go in A. I feel like it's A or B, but I'll pop it in A because I think the added bonus of having the horse knock off the dismount takes it up that little stage of annoyance to top tier or up there. Moving on swiftly to Chain Dart. Chain Dart, never-ending stuns. The amount of times I've been killed when I'm just about to get away, I'm on low health, and they just do their sort of chain, their prey trap, and it just kills me. They don't even get grabbed over to me. It just so yeah, it is annoying. I'm just figuring out if I should do S tier or A. I mean, they can dismount you from horses as well. That takes them up. The never-ending stun chain. You know what? Yeah, it's and then they've got their. Yes, they are annoying because they also have their flip back. That is like a Pike version on steroids, where they go a mile back and then get a speed boost, and yeah, you can't get to them. So our first S tier for annoyance, for the most annoying classes, is Chain Dart. Now, moving on to Nagachi. The Live Lord himself. Now, this would be annoying for a very different thing. It hasn't particularly got a lockdown. It does have a combination of like jumping off the horse and then using Bloodthirsty to knock you down, like the 2 knockdowns, and then putting in a Dragon's Leap or whatever it's called. That can be annoying when you get the 3 combo and you'll probably die. But we're going to put this in A or B because purely if you get a good one of these boys, they will just Live Lord everything. They'll suckle health out of everything. If you bring over a unit that doesn't do enough damage, he'll just use your unit to stay alive and then kill you at the same time. But saying that, it doesn't have the same annoyance as sort of a Chain Dart, I would say, because or the Pike, because the Pike just, there's nothing worse than someone just continuously flipping away from you or dismounting you. So I'm going to pop it in B, but nonetheless, it is annoying when you have to fight them. But the difference is you can just run away from them, where these two, or this one especially, you can't. But it still is annoying, especially in the wrong situation, but it's very situational and annoying. And as I said before, this is not on their power by any means. This is no power. This is just a list for the most annoying classes. Moving on to Short Sword. Short Sword, very tanky. That can be irritating sometimes. If they pop their iron sides and dive into your range. If you've got like a thing of Rattan Marksman or something, popping iron sides and doing a nice belly flop in the middle of them, that can be irritating. But apart from that, and then And then their shield throw, their Captain America shield throw, that is pretty irritating with the slow. But apart from that, I don't particularly find them that annoying. So I'm going to pop them. Well, they are quite good at jumping arty, and that is annoying. It's going to be, actually, because they can live lord to the to your arty, and then if they jump it and belly flop it, that is irritating. Putting it in B. Going B. Okay, moving on. Spear. Spear. Now, what does spear do? I mean, chasing you down on a horse. It's kind of standard. Can't dismount you from the horse. What can a spear do? I can kick its spear. Do you know what? There's not much about spear that's annoying. Maybe when they're on the horse stabbing you, doing that, and then, yeah, they're one move on the horse where they like stab you. I guess that's pretty annoying. But apart from that, they don't really have any of those really little picadillos that are super irritating. So you know what? We're putting them in C. Spear is going in C. I'm sure there is annoying things about them, but yeah, maybe the most I could say the annoyance is when you're getting jabbed when they're on the horse and they're just jabbing you. Apart from that, maybe a spear kick to interrupt you healing or something, but that's it. Short bow for annoyance. Yeah, the bleeds are quite annoying. It can, obviously it's range, so they can interrupt you building arty or something like that. Catching them, their dodge can be irritating because it sort of leaps them back, they run back, and then they do their rolling escape, bang, back again, and it's that can be annoying chasing after them. But once you have them in your grasp, it's not that bad. But they do, I think this season they are putting out a lot of damage. That doesn't matter because this list is not about where they are there, it's annoyance. Annoyance, I'm going to put them in B. This is one where I could be wrong. And I'll probably stream later and find myself being attacked by a short bow and find them really irritating. But for now, that's going in B for irritation. Moving on, Poleaxe. Now, Poleaxe. I'm going to put Poleaxe. Lots of knockdowns. That is very annoying. Always really good at diving on troops and like staying alive and then bringing their own troops in, like a real playmaker. Very tanky. A good Poleaxe will just kind of like dominate you. They're total dominatrix. They'll have you on the ground, put you in chains and start whipping you with leather whips. So yeah, I'm putting them in S. I personally find Poleaxes very irritating if they're good. So yeah, Poleaxe S tier for annoyance. Musket could be quite high on this list. It could be quite high. You're standing there, you get a grenade trucked on your range, you get liquid fired, they got their leap back, they're genuinely quite fast, and when you're being chased on the horse and you can hear that gun just popping you in the back every time, that musket, it can be irritating. What else do they have? Caltrops, that's annoying when you get stuck in that. You know what? I'm going to pop Musket. You know, if you come up against good Musket, they can be really irritating. But then, I don't see many of them. But when I do, they do annoy me. Because they always make me think about when I've got like the Rattan Marksman, as I said. And I'm walking them through somewhere like, oh, there's a Musket there. And you know he's going to see your troops. And you know what he's going to do. He's going to get a black powder grenade and just lob it on them, or liquid fire, or whatever he's got, and they'll be dead. So yes, it's going in an A. Now onto Maul. Maul, it's got the grab. That's very annoying, really irritating. Yeah, but you know what? Not much needs to be said for Maul. Maul is just annoying most of the time. Comes in, does its spin, kills your whole thing in one, grabs you, throws you off walls, got a stun dismount, just stuns for days. Yeah, S tier for that. Longsword. Now this is a difficult one because then longswords, I like longswords because they're kind of playmakers and they get everything moving, but they are irritating because you put that puppy on a point or on a supply, and that guy's not dying. Like taking a longsword on your own can be a nightmare, especially if they're okay at playing it and they know how to heal and put their shield up. So that is irritating. They're knocked down when you're charging, and they do their like shield rush or shield charge. That can be pretty irritating. I'm going to pop them in potentially a B, I think. A B. No, an A. I'm going to put them in A because when they stand on a point, it's something else. Then moving on to bow. Bow. Or longbow as I call it. I mean, when it starts killing your troops from a distance, that can be annoying. But yeah, that is irritating actually. But then you can, unless you got like a real low health unit out, you can just move them out the way. I'm going to put it in a C. I mean, actually, the escape can be annoying. When they do that thing off the wall, I'm moving it up. When they do that, I don't even know what the skill's called, light-footed maybe. Basically, they can be as high up as they want, they press their escape, and they can just teleport to the ground, basically. And that is irritating. Killing your range from a mile off, that is annoying too. You know what, I mean, it can go B. That does get annoying when there's one guy that's very good at it, and he's just one by one taking every bit of the range out. Glaive, what do they have that's annoying? Do I find them annoying? They got their buff, that's not annoying. Heat of battle, where they do the like pushback thing, that can be irritating sometimes, but it's very kind of rare. The little shimming round on the horse, that doesn't really annoy me that much. You know what, they really don't annoy me. I don't, Flying Reaper, I mean, yeah, no, they're going to go in a C. They're going to go in a C. There's not much to them, actually, when it comes to that. I'm just trying to think. No, it's a C. And then, of course, Dual Blades going in a D. No, I'm joking. Dual Blades. Dual Blades we're going to put up in S. Obviously, getting the choke. Nobody likes choke. Oh, and that's another thing about the Poleaxe. That's got the choke as well. 2 chokes. It's got the choke. It's got high damage. The throw can get really irritating. It goes invisible and it can escape quite easily. Although, with the current rune in this season, finding it more tricky to kill people. So maybe it's leveled it out. But in terms of annoyance, it is top tier. Top tier, even for me that plays Dual Blade. I know that Dual Blade is irritating for everyone. Maybe not for some of these top listers, but because they're just as irritating. But yes, that is my list. I think that is where I'm going to put everything for my tier list of most annoying. Later on, when I've played more CB after my 5-month break, I will make a tier list of the actual weapons, but annoyance-wise, this doesn't really change that often. So, this is my personal annoyance list. So that's where you're standing. So if you're one of those weapons, you can kind of gauge how annoying you're going to be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.